Yeah, so my name is Midhat. I am from Rochester, Minnesota. Originally from Bosnia. I go by Mito. Mito is a lot easier than Midhat for people. Work at Mayo Clinic, which is a big national hospital here located in Rochester. And I have a side hobby, which is a full-time soccer club, basically. So,
Yes. When you say you have a hobby, it's a full-time soccer club, do you mean you own a club?
yeah, so I own Rochester FC. So we have teams in USL, so USL 2, USLW. We have three teams in UPSL, so two on the men's side and then the women's side. And then we also have youth teams from U8, U6 to U18.
And how long you been an owner?
So I've started the club in 2018 and owned it obviously since then. We joined USL 2 in 2023.
Alright, how much did it cost to start the USL2 French? Was there a fee to buy in?
Yeah, there is fees to buy in. I think I'd hate to say it, and not from just from hearing things around. I think it varies based on the market you're in. Obviously, um, I think so. So, yeah, the fee is there, and if you Google it, I think you'll find what that is. I think people have put it out there. So,
Fee what does that fee cover?
so that fee covers you being part of the league. So basically, it gets your name into the USL system. It's kind of like if you were to go join USL League One right now, right, or Championship or MLS, like it's at what $600 million, right? So that gets you into that MLS and gets you that support from the USL side. So um, obviously, there are benefits with the USL just from the name. You attract, I hate to say it, but you attract the better players around the nation, right? So yeah.
You see, it says new entry club cost is around 50K. Don't tell me did you pay 50K? What? And that and I think actually it's absolutely amazing that you did. I don't mean to be disrespectful anyway. I think if you have a passion and you love and you wanna be part of a change, but was there a business model behind it, or was it more like I just want to now, is the business model to have somewhere where the kids can look up to from the lower levels and go higher? Was that the idea from was that the idea?
Yeah, so I mean, we came from Europe, obviously, right? So this whole system of the pyramid of soccer and how you develop the youth into a top level, that was kind of our goal. So we've been in the UPSL for since we started in 2018, and as you may know, UPSL has teams that vary depending on what the club's goal is, right? So you can have men's league teams, you can have basically very young college athletes. The experience you get with those teams is, in my opinion, not
Of course.
very organized. You know, you can walk
Is
in,
the
show
US
there.
is the USL2 season more for college players, no? Like, that are coming back that need somewhere to play? Because USL2 season is only the summer, right?
Yeah, so USL 2 is from May till July. And then most D1 guys will start going back to school like first, second week in July. So most of the teams start losing their best players in that first week in July. So we use our USL 2 team for those D1 guys.
What are the costs? Like, do you have to rent a stadium?
Yeah. So you've got stadium costs for games is different, obviously, because you've got media rooms, you've got restrooms, lockers, you've got buses for away games, uniform.
What's one home game cost you? That's not
Uh,
cost. I can tell you what it costs us here, but what's one home game cost you then?
I just our stadium, just to rent it, is about $750 for the stadium. That doesn't include per game. Yeah.
So 750 for the. I'm gonna write this down because it's similar to us, and we can actually see how a business model works. And I think a lot of people watching also love to see this stuff. Okay, so stadium is 750. That
Yeah.
include that includes what?
So that includes the lockers, that includes the lights, the scoreboards,
Okay,
the facility, obviously, and then the media rooms.
cool, that's good. And then what are your other costs? You have to pay the referees at the game, or do you pay them before?
No, so that's it's like an additional league fee that you just pay online, and it's about I want to say 475 a game.
Wow.
Yeah. If you want a side job, go
You, you,
US.
you know how much the referee is here? You know how much I pay for a referee for a game? Three 1,000 euros. It's crazy. Okay, 750, 475. Okay. Do you feed the players before the game or after the game?
We do, yeah. So technically, you're supposed to feed the home team and away team for the game. So standard league teams just get pizza, and that's about I don't know $300 I think.
Wow, that's crazy, man. Similar, so cool. Okay, so food. Okay, any other costs?
Beverages, so you still have to provide waters for referees, home team.
Miscellaneous, miscellaneous costs or what?
Yeah, it's probably $100, another 100.
So you got what do you got there? This is cool information, man. This is what people would love to hear. Like, I think these things need to be spoken more about because you're basically paying for players to have a career. Like, I'm dead serious. Like these games, the players that play in these games are adding their value to their career because they're getting games. What do you think of it? Maybe marketing to have your kids sign up at a younger age. I know the answer because I own a team and I know the answer, but a lot of people don't. What do you get out of it?
Stress.
Spoken like a true club owner. It's true, man. All right, so you're spending $1,600, 1625 for game day around. How many? How many? How many weeks is the season? How many home games do you have a season?
So that doesn't include staff, so we gotta
Wait,
think about
wait, staff for the game?
for the game. Each game we have staff. We got a
Talk
staff.
about this because we do the same. This is awesome. Great. Okay, so the last thing I'm on is $100 for miscellaneous. What else do we have? Staff, security, and stuff.
Yes. So about 4 security per game at about they're just $25 an hour, and we utilize them for 4 hours. So
How much was it?
25 an hour for 4 times 4 hours. So you need it 1 hour before kickoff and then 1 hour post. Um, and then two for ticketing and then two for merch. So 400 for the security, and then another 400 for ticketing and merch.
You're at $2,425. So that's how many home games do you have?
Uh, so we have 6 for men, 6 for women because we have the USLW.
So you have to pay the same for the women?
Yeah, it's the same.
So I'm gonna do times 12 home games.
Yeah.
So for the summer, just on home games, you're paying a total of $29,100. All right, so $29,100 for home games, guys.
Now, let's talk about the away games because that's way more expensive.
Okay.
If if you do it the professional route, right? You can do it the cheap route, and if you get players say, "Hey, get your own car, drive it to away games," you see
So
it
what
for
do you
money.
guys do? What do you guys do? Do you have them?
We have a bus partner, so we have a busing company. So it's a 56 passenger bus or like a 40 passenger bus.
Okay.
Um,
Do away game costs here now.
so obviously, like the trip length matters. So if from us to the Minneapolis St. Paul area, it's at about an hour and 20 minutes, and that bus ride is about $1,600 to $1,800.
An average. Give me an average of like what you're paying. Cause I mean, we could go through all these.
$2,900 per game just for the buses averaged out this past year
2,900 per game.
per game just for bus.
Guys,
Because when you go to Chicago area is a far drive, so that bus costs about $3,800 to $4,400.
anything else for away game? Food, right?
Yeah, for the feed the players, well, it depends on the trip. Again, if you're going to Chicago, you're gonna probably have 2 stops, so feed them at both stops. Um, so we usually tell the players, eat before we leave. We stop halfway for lunch, feed the players for lunch, then they can have a snack of stuff that we put on the bus. So, nutrition bars, bananas, all that, water. Um,
Give me that cost per game.
$80 per game, I'd say. Um,
Okay.
because that's
That's for snacks.
just for snacks. Yeah, yeah. And then we're talking about food is anywhere from
You
10 to
do
15.
lunch and dinner for away games, both?
And also, the away team is supposed to cover your base
Okay.
meal.
That's right. That's right. That's right. So 2,900, 2,900 for bus for trip, $80 for snacks.
Yep. And then for the lunch, it's about $10 a player. So I just say you take 20 players, that's about $200. Plus two staff, so about 220. I just say 220.
220. Got it. Anything else for away games? Okay, so let's do that out. $38,400 in away games. Okay, now how long's the season?
May, June, and about half of July. So 2.5 months.
So you're spending plus 29,100. So on your pro teams or semi-pro teams where you can't sell players, you're spending $67,500 for 3 months, my friend. I'm
What about housing?
We're not this we're not done. We're not done. And I want to share this because people really don't have an idea on how much you guys are actually contributing and investing to US soccer's development, and you're getting nothing for it. So even if you guys suck, you're spending, let's just say you suck, you're spending 67,500 or your money towards US soccer's development and you get nothing for it.
Yeah, right.
And it's crazy. Okay, next. What else do you pay?
Housing. So again, it depends on what market you're in, but we're in Rochester, Minnesota. We don't have colleges really around here besides like a community college. Doesn't even have a men's soccer team. So all the players that we bring in are out of town. So we house them.
How many players do you have?
Last year we brought in 56 players for men's and women's teams.
50 players housed?
Housed. So we had apartments and then we rented houses from Airbnb.
Give me the cost of that, please.
The apartments for the 3 months were about 24,500, and the
4,000 total. Total.
total, yeah,
24,500.
yeah, and 18.9 for the houses.
18. What'd you say?
18,900 for the houses.
To ask you a question, somebody asked it and he wanted to know, why don't you use your U19 players? Why do you bring so many out of state?
Great question. And in my opinion, we don't have the players in the area to compete at that level. So our young U19 players, they competed in UPSL Division 1. Sorry, UPSL Premier Division. Our 15 to 18-year-olds, they competed in UPSL D1. So that's kind of how we used our players.
Okay, can I ask you a question? I don't mean to be disrespectful. I'm just, but wouldn't it make more sense to use the players you have, even if you get killed? Because one, they'll develop properly and you won't spend as much money. Or not develop properly, they'll actually develop and I don't know. What are your thoughts on that? Because like, what are you actually playing for? Like, if you win the UPSL, are you gonna make all this money back? Okay.
No.
So
So the
hold on, let me just answer some of these people that says you need to develop your own players. Why aren't you laughing? Okay. Look, football is a game of opinions. Everyone does things differently. You have clubs here that have so many talented players, like in our area, and they go out and get people from different places. It's what the directors feel. Whether it's right or wrong is up to them. They're using their money. So, but I do agree. I think you should maybe use some of those youth players. And we can get into that later in the conversation. But let's just continue on costs. 24,500, 18,900 for houses. Is that right?
correct.
Okay. So let's add that to this number. So let's do plus
So
24,000.
while you're at that, let me just clarify and why we haven't used youth players.
Yeah.
So we just recently started growing our youth. We haven't developed the youth players that we have currently in the club. They've been developed by another club in the area. Um, so for us, again, we don't think they can compete at that level. And if you're a soccer coach, owner, or whatever, and you get a player that's 16, 17, 18 that can't touch, pass a ball, receive a ball, he's too late to coach and develop at the age of 18. Again, that's my opinion.
Yeah.
For us to use our kids, we are now focusing on ages 4 and up to start that youth young development because our goal is to have an all local team that is playing at those games.
I respect that. It takes time to develop, and if anyone is from the States and knows, if you're building a youth program, sometimes you don't have the quality, and you need a base to start the youth program, and then you're coaching, and over time you grow it. So I respect that, and I understand what you're saying. I think over time, it's definitely going to make sense to use your own players, right?
Yeah, so that's kind of the path we're leading in 2026.
Love that. Okay. What other costs are we looking at? Because you are now at $110,900 for 3 months.
The uniforms
Every year?
every year.
Why?
We let our guys keep them. So we supply home kit, away kit, um, travel shirts, warm up shirts, and training uniforms.
Here's an example of a guy trying to do things in a professional way, and U.S. Soccer not rewarding them for any of this stuff. It's awesome that you do it. All right, give me your
60 a player.
huh?
260 a player for all that, including backpacks and stuff.
So how many players are we at?
Yeah.
So
14,000.
plus 14,500 here.
Yep.
So we are now at, and I'm sure you got these numbers and your accountant does too, right?
Yep.
125, 400. Okay, that's what you're at. Are there more?
I think that's just the general there. Yeah, so that should cover most of that.
Okay. Thank you for being so candid and speaking about this stuff. I think it's awesome. A lot of people wouldn't have the balls to do that. So, uh, you're contributing to U.S. soccer. Why do you still do it if you're losing $125,400 in 3 months? Why do you still do it?
I I love the game. I wanted to have these opportunities when I was obviously, coming through high school. And that opportunity was never there for us. It was not we didn't have a pathway, we didn't have a way to showcase ourselves. So we have these opportunities now, and what we want to do is make sure that the players get seen, get to that next level. Even though we send players to professional teams and receive obviously we don't receive any money for it, but if we can help players grow and get to that next level, that is a reward for us. Obviously, we have sponsors that offset some of those costs,
Yeah.
um, but we do it for the players and to create the opportunities for them.
Say that?
No,
Okay.
absolutely, yeah. We,
Okay, so like I own a pro team. We can sell players. We sold one player last year to Odabasi for about 30,000 euros. And that guy was a guy that came through our program, right? He was with Inter Miami, so they actually got a piece of the pie as well. I sold a player from Costa Rica for 70,000. That was really good. My question is, why wouldn't you like invest in like a club like mine? Like, let's say I was like, hey, give me 50K and you can possibly have a percentage of a pro club that can sell players and grow. Why do you choose that route? Is it because it feeds your youth program? Or it helps market your youth program?
we are working for towards a pro club, pro team.
Okay,
So that is our next vision. And hopefully we'll have something by 2026, 2027 for sure.
that's awesome.
Uh,
Good luck with
yeah.
that. I hope it works.
Thanks.
Yeah, I think it's awesome. I think a lot of people think I try to clown UPSL teams. I actually do the opposite. I don't. I I I think players have the wrong mindset and that they don't understand that the truth. There is no real pathway for UPSL players. It's very, very difficult. And then on the flip side, I think it's I don't even know brave if it's absolutely crazy what you're doing investing in US soccer and you're not getting anything back. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
Um Yeah, that's thank you for that information. It's awesome, man. I'd love to. I mean, we should stay in contact too. I get once we get off, I'll give you my WhatsApp number, my personal one, um, and we can stay in contact and go from there.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. I mean, UPSL stuff. What's nice about USL too, Joe, is just that your market is your market. You know what I'm saying? So if you own a USL2 team in our area, you have rights for like 90 miles. I just say that. UPSL doesn't give you that option. UPSL is all it's all about bringing in the cash. You know what I'm saying? So it doesn't matter if you have 100,000 people in your city, they'll take as many teams as they can, which now divides the talent amongst the teams. You know what I'm saying? So then you're competing basically again in the end to get nothing and worse results. So yeah, I mean UPSL is if you want to have fun, go play UPSL. If you want to get to the next level, in my opinion, you need to try to get on these USL2 teams or NPSL for the next level.
I would say
From my opinion.
that's your opinion, and I respect it. I would say go wherever the environment's the best. Don't worry about the leagues because they all end up in the same place, respectfully. Unless like you have contacts with like a really good Bosnian team, like the top Bosnian team who you can send one of your players to. That's a pathway, but I don't think it matters if you play Nisa Nation, Nisa, USL2, UPSL. I think it matters, like in terms of like it depends on the team and like who the club is, but it doesn't matter in regards to the pathway because 99.9% of them end up in the same place, you know?
Interesting you say that. The pro GMs I talk to is they usually don't look at the UPSL level. They look at USL2 guys because most of those guys are D1 college athletes that may go into the draft. So they're kind of focused on them more and seeing them before they get into the draft. Um, so that's good. I mean, yeah, you're right. Go where the opportunity is and show off, and then
Yeah.
and
I mean, the USL, that's the weird too. That's the thing too, though. Like we cover UPSL and USL2, and like, let's say a guy goes to Duke and he goes home and he goes to play for his local team in the off season, and then he gets drafted, and they're like, "Yeah, but he played for us," which is true. You helped with the youth development, but his real eyes were in the national tournament with Duke or something like that. And I think that's, that's what's not spoken about. You know what I mean?
correct. Yeah. My biggest thing for anybody watching is make contacts, make connections because in soccer or anything, connections is how you get in.
100%.